Sorry, this is gonna look like shit. I haven't drawn in a very, very long time. But I felt the inspiration to do it, so I gotta do it. Because inspiration is very, very fleeting like that. When it comes, you gotta act on it as best you can. It's too big. It was a sketchy mess before, but now it's a little more comprehensible. Not much, though. Still trying to just, like, fix some of these lines. Oh, this is too thick. Too thick. Alright. I don't know what I'm going to do with his baseball jersey yet. But, I guess I'll figure it out. Make the jersey for some Radiata team. Some made-up Radiata team that doesn't exist. Right. But for those who don't know who I'm drawing right now, this is Officer Cross. So, at one of my jobs, the one that I actually just went back to today, there's an off-duty police officer who works with us sometimes, and he kind of looks like Cross. At least he used to, before he cut his hair. He used to have his hair in this, like, undercut, and there's, like, a ponytail and whatever. Actually, I have a picture of him that I already drew from last year. I think it was called, hold on one second. This is it, Rent-A-Cop Cross. I mean, obviously, it's designed to look more like Cross than the off-duty guy, but I don't want to post a picture of what he actually looks like, because, you know, internet. But he had like a little ponytail and an undercut, and he just kind of looked like Cross to me. And he was he was kind of notorious for being very useless, because he was very seldom in the building, and if you needed him for something, he was always in absentia. One of my coworkers actually went off on him well, actually, a couple of coworkers went off on him. One of which I actually got to witness, which was pretty interesting. But basically, one of them was going off on him for basically not being there when she needed him, and the other one was he got into an argument with him on the very last game that we had, because he was kicking people out of the building, like customers out prematurely, because we're supposed to give them 30 minutes after the game ends. But God, every time I think of him, I just laugh my ass off. And I wasn't sure if he was gonna be back for this season. And me and my coworker, who know him very well, when we were assigned to the building that he's usually at, we were kind of asking ourselves, like, is he going to be there? And we weren't sure. So when we finally went up into the building and we saw him, like, it's so good that we were wearing masks at the time, because we were just smirking our asses off. Is that even a word? But anyway, we we had the mask to hide our laughter. Like, oh shit, we got him again. We got Officer Cross. Well, she calls him Officer Pretty Boy. I call him Officer Cross because, well, he looks like Cross to me. And so I worked with him tonight. And he doesn't really look that much like Cross anymore because he cut his hair. He doesn't have the little ponytail anymore. He just has a regular fade. He looks like a normie now. He doesn't look like a JRPG character. But anyway. So I just got off my shift. What time is it right now? I got off my shift a few hours ago. I was telling all my friends about who know the story of Officer Cross, and like, I have to draw him. I have to draw Officer Cross whenever I see him. Him and his fade. Usually I'd be playing music right now, but I have my desktop audio muted. Because I intend to put this on YouTube and I don't want YouTube's algorithm to nick me for it. It'll be blocked in Germany if I play even a note of music. So today, as I already mentioned, Officer Cross he had cut his hair, so he doesn't really look too much like Cross anymore, but of course everyone had to wear masks when they came in the building, whether they're customers or whether they're employees. And since there were no fans in the stadium, most of the news cameras, if they're looking at the fans, they were looking at us, at our buildings. Sorry, I'm got a lot of burps in me. So we're specifically sort of pressured to make sure that, you know, that the customers and the employees were wearing their masks, because if they weren't, it didn't look good on us. So the funny thing is, Officer Cross was scolding some of the fans for getting out of their seats and not wearing their masks. Meanwhile, he was wearing his mask with his little nose showing, saying, "You guys gotta get back to your seats and put your masks on because we're on TV." All while he was wearing his mask the wrong way. I miss working there. But I probably won't be going back until, like, August. Because I'm going to be out of town. I didn't mention this, I'm going to be out of town from July 31st to August 5th. And I probably won't be streaming while I'm gone. I'm going to be visiting my sister. Gotta take a train up to see her. Just leave it like that. There's no one watching right now, but I'm rambling. This is for all you 0 people who will be watching the recording on YouTube later on. And it doesn't really matter if nobody watches, because I enjoy it. Right. Oh, messed up something there. I erased it when I didn't want to. I don't normally like to do face cams when I do art streams because I make the weirdest faces whenever I draw. I tilt my head in these weird ways. That's just my way. You guys can watch me make all the stupid faces that I do. Officer Cross did put on a little bit of weight too while in quarantine. He was wearing his... this is supposed to be a walkie-talkie. Whoops. But I'll make it look more like a walkie-talkie later on. But he had it clipped on his belt. But the antenna was kind of poking his stomach. I don't know, man. I wasn't even wearing jeans. Why am I drawing in jeans? He has gotten a little bit more talkative since he first started working with us. Apparently, I guess he was kind of shy at first. And I wonder if that's why he hasn't really done his job. Like, he just doesn't... He's kind of new and he doesn't really know what he's supposed to do. I don't know. Just, like I said, it's not going to be anything fancy. I'm not going to go full shading with this. I'm not going to bother, because that would just be a waste of time, and I've got better things to do. Well, that's a lie. I don't have anything better to do. But I am going to stream tomorrow. It's going to be Raw Yada stories. But we probably won't see Cross. I don't know what to do with his hand right here. Hands are hard to draw, but feet are even harder. I hate feet. Okay. He's wearing some red bracelets today. I don't really know what those were about. I need to look up a reference image for a walkie-talkie. Walkie-talkie. Yeah, fuck it. Just do a kind of lazy walkie-talkie. Display here. Maybe some dials up on top. Looks nothing like a walkie-talkie, but it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, sir, I don't have any music on right now because I'm gonna put this on YouTube and I don't want to get dinged by the copyright machine. The copyright machine. This is a really shitty walkie-talkie. I don't know how to draw them, despite using one for my job. Oh well. But yes, he is a very thick boy. He's got the little antenna sticking into his belly. God. And they got him wearing his mask the wrong way, too. Good old Officer Cross. Like, I'm kind of glad and kind of... Well, I'm mostly glad that he wasn't fired, because he just provides so much inspiration for me in a bad way, in like the worst possible way. But God, he's just so fucking hilarious and like he's so unintentionally hilarious to me. But everyone else hates him. They dread having to work with him. You will never know about all his fans. God. Beloved by all. He's an internet meme and he doesn't even know it. Yeah, it's weird. Like, he was actually talking to me today. Not much, but like he was asking me like, "Oh, are you here tomorrow?" And like just making small talk. So I really do think that he's sort of starting to open up. Oh God, I should write an Officer Cross fanfiction. You should. That would be amazing. You should write about him. Write about him telling people to put on their mask while wearing his own the wrong way. You're wearing your mask the wrong way. You gotta put your mask on. We're on TV. I don't know what to do with his, what should I call this one? Lines. Oops. I don't know what I'd do without Officer Cross. Like, what would I draw if I didn't have him? How, like, he is dumb? Yeah, exactly, right about that. He was actually wearing black pants today. Not gray pants, but I'm just kind of taking some creative liberties here. Guys, you gotta go back to your seat. Put your masks on, we're on TV. Life would be meaningless, yeah. It would be meaningless without Officer Cross. God, even saying the name just makes me laugh. It's so fucking ridiculous. I think in the original picture that I drew of him, I called it Rent-A-Cop Cross. And there's another picture I drew of him. Well, it wasn't really Officer Cross per se, but it was inspired by the way he looked that day. God, where is it? Fuck. Just the cross. know you're in here somewhere. Here it is. Hair down Cross. So it was like this one day back when Officer Cross had his hair longer and he could keep it in a ponytail. It wasn't this long, obviously. It was like maybe like this long. I don't know if you can see the cursor, but he didn't have his hair in a ponytail, so it was just kind of down. So I'm like, now I have to draw a cross with without his ponytail. Where's that picture of Cross with Starbucks? I don't think I have drawn that, but I do know that Officer Cross has come to work with like a Starbucks. Like it wasn't even like an iced coffee. It was like some sort of like a fruity drink. It was like pink or something. But God, man, why do I have to? He keeps doing stuff, and I have to draw it. Does he still have the shaves? Yeah, he does have the shaved sides. He has like it's kind of like a fade slash undercut. Wait, was that not you who drew that? The Starbucks picture? I don't recall ever drawing a picture of him with Starbucks. Maybe Alex did, because Alex draws a lot of Cross stuff. But I don't think it was me. I don't even recall there ever being a picture of Starbucks Cross. But if you find it, let me know, because I need to see this too. Oh, was it on Amino? Yeah, no, I don't have any recollection of drawing anything like that. And I know that I don't think Alex is on Amino, so I don't think they would have posted it if it was there. Pants. He was wearing like some sort of... Man, I forgot what the color shirt he was wearing. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's just make it a purple shirt. Because Cross loves his purple. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember drawing anything like that. But if he was when he first joined, that was back in 2018. That was before I even met Officer Cross, because I met him in 2019. In fact, I think it was like June 2019 that I first encountered him. The first Officer Cross sighting. But today he was just wearing like very casual stuff. He was wearing like a t-shirt and like a baseball jersey. He was wearing a Baez jersey. Officer Cross likes Baez. Oops, where'd it go? Shit, where is it? Alright. You do that then. I don't know. Maybe it was something that Robbie drew. Because I know that, like, Amino, there were very few people who were posting on it. It was, like, basically just me, you, and Robbie. Oops. Okay. There it is. Oh, that's not it. There we go. There we go. That's this crest. Oh, is there that? There's that picture of BDSM Daniel. Yep, I remember that. I remember making that. I remember it very, very well. I think that was based on a inside joke between you and me. Man, I suck at drawing radios. I suck at drawing technology and just like square things in general. I'm much better with like people. I have people skills! What the heck is wrong with you people? I'm good at dealing with people. You found it? It exists? Let's see. Let's have a look here. Oh. Oh yeah, this was something that Robbie drew. And that's exactly the type of drink that he was drinking too. That's hilarious. How did I not see this? That's amazing. Did I not favorite this? Well, it says that I did. Oh. Yeah, and Cross likes his frappuccinos and all that good stuff. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Because I have no recollection of drawing that. Shit. What did I do? Okay. Shit, what was I gonna do? I suck at drawing radios and walkie-talkies. I know I already said that, but goddamn. Fuck this. Good enough. Good enough for me. Actually, I'm gonna make this a different color. Change the hue on this. I wish I could remember what shirt he was wearing, but it really doesn't matter. Because this isn't... This is going to be cross. Jersey. It's a Jersey thing. Whoops. Can't change the hue on black. Oh well. Alright. So his jersey is the thing that's going to be purple, not his shirt. It's just more fitting. Like I said, I'm not going to bother with shading or anything fancy. This is just going to be offs across as is. Offs across with no filter, yep. Oops. I don't know what I did here. I fucked up the anti-aliasing. Yeah. That's better. Go back to the jersey thing. Man, this is gonna look great. I'm kind of sad that I'm not gonna be back working there for a while. At the same time, it's probably better that I self-quarantine after all that. I mean, other than that, like, work was pretty fine to me. Like, the people there were, like, I don't know, I guess I was kind of expecting them to, like, make a huge stink, excuse me, about having to wear their masks. But they were pretty cool about it, which I'm happy about. It's less trouble for me. I mean, obviously, Officer Cross had to tell them to sit down, put their mask on. Put your mask on. We're on TV. But, I mean, but they weren't like, oh, the masks are a government conspiracy to turn us into sheep. Wake up, sheeple. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't have to deal with any of those anti-masker idiots. But I have a feeling that the more games I work, I might eventually run into them. Just by probability. He was wearing a black belt today. Yeah, work was pretty good, but of course, Officer Cross was the highlight of everything. So you can't get much better than that. But yeah, they changed things a lot. Like there were, I think I mentioned there were no fans in the stadium, so they had there was absolutely none. So they had like when you looked out into the field, there was no one there, but they had like this like canned applause, like canned cheering. It was just really awkward, and the people in my building were laughing about it. They're like, "Ah, it's like a sitcom." You got the canned laughter, canned cheering. But I was talking to one of my other coworkers who he's worked for the company a lot longer than I have. And he was saying that, because I was saying like, well, like if they're, so they jacked up the price like about they jacked it up like times three. So normally tickets are about like 150-ish, but now they're like 350 a piece. So whoever goes up there, they gotta have a lot of money. So I was saying like, well, I'm a little afraid of that, because like if they have a lot of money, then they're gonna feel more entitled to do things the way they want. And he's just like, well, I don't know. In my experience, like, like they pay a lot of money, so they're not gonna, jeopardize getting kicked out. If they get kicked out, they wasted 350. Yeah, I was watching sports with my parents the other day, and there was no one in the seats. But I mean, I've dealt with entitled people who are both poor and rich. Entitlement really knows no demographic, knows no social class. But I mean, luckily with this group, I lucked out because they were a corporate group, and the corporate groups tend to be more well behaved because, like, it's basically like they're there with their job. It's like a work trip for them. So they have to behave themselves in front of their boss. They can't be acting like Karens. And I used to not like doing the corporate groups because, like, not so much the customers, but like, if you're put in a corporate building, they were a little bit more strict about you. Like, you got to tuck in your shirt, and you can't have your hair like flowing in the wind. You got to keep it tied back because corporate people, whatever. It looks unprofessional to have hair, I guess. Let my hair say fuck yeah, indeed. My hair loves to fuck. But I noticed that keratin I was telling you about earlier made my hair pretty smooth. And granted, I had it in a braid for like almost 24 hours, maybe a little over. So, like, this part down was kind of kinky and curly, wavy rather. But the part that wasn't braided at all was pretty smooth, and it was, I didn't have any flyaways, which is really, really nice. Those are my arch nemesis. Yep, my hair is very kinky when when it gets braided. It becomes out of a braid. And I also was put with a good doorman. Because, like, all in all, like, most of the doormans I'm either, like, indifferent to or I get along with them. But there's this one doorman that I don't like, and no one likes him because he treats security, he acts like he's security, and he barks at us for stuff like, for example, like, I check people's IDs, but I check their IDs for their age. But the doorman is supposed to check their name or check their ID for their name, cross them off the list. And so after I check their ID for their age, I tell them to keep their ID out so that the doorman can cross their name off the list. But a lot of times they just don't listen to me, and they just put their ID back in their wallet. And so by the time they got up to him, their IDs weren't out and ready yet. And he started barking at me. He's like, "You gotta tell them to take their take their IDs out." I'm like, "I am, but they're not fucking listening to me." And it's just like, and even still, it's just like, how long does it take? Like, does it take you any effort to just ask them, like, "Could I please see your ID again?" And it takes like 2 seconds for them to take it out of their wallet. Like, chill out, dude. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, he's basically the only doorman that I don't get along with. But even then, it's just like, it's not like he's always bothering me. It's just kind of... And it's funny too, because even the managers know how he's like, and I remember they came by one time and they told him like to like tone it down a bit, like just calm down. You don't need to yell at people. And there's this other time I was at a building with him, and I was just taking like, we had pretty much gotten everyone in except for like maybe 1 or 2 people, and so I was sitting in the foyer eating my lunch, and I guess some people showed up, and he barks at me. He's like, "Hey, there's some people out here." Okay, I might fucking bite my head off. And you have to kind of wonder, like, if even if he was security, like once upon a time, even if you are security, you have to know like how to, check your levels basically. Like you can't always be at a 10 all the time. You gotta start at a 1 and then go from there. Well, maybe not a 1, maybe like a 3. But he just yells at everyone. Treats them like they're kids. Yep, you gotta check yourself. You gotta check your levels. Do his eyes now. Do the mask. Dead last. Oops. Wrong thing. I'm gonna save it. That's probably a good idea. Reminds me of micromanaging teacher at my work. Oh yeah, what's he like? Give me the dirt. So they got the medical face mask blue. He's the guy I told you about who made up a story about our boss. Oh yeah. He's the guy I told you about who made up a story about our boss that an 18-year-old coworker was autistic, and a bunch of us were bullying him. We got into a screaming match. You did? Holy shit! What happened there? I didn't hear about that. It's pretty epic. I think I heard his feelings calling him out on his micromanaging and manipulative BS. Basically, he was micromanaging super hard. Yeah, sounds like something to do. It sounds like something he would do. Like, he won't let anyone just sit and rest for a minute. He's always saying to keep busy, and he's always arguing. Oh man, that sounds annoying. Sounds like an annoying person. Shit. Fuck. Mouse is spazzing out. Uh-oh. I don't know why I was doing that. Oh, I think I know why. It was because I was using my tablet and my thingy-mabob at the same time. He tried, like, he won't let it. Okay, yeah, I read that part. He tried to apologize later when he calmed down, and when I tried to discuss it with him, what my problems were, he shot me down and said to just forget it, which isn't really how I do. I like addressing things. So I was like, okay, whatever. The problem won't go away. Damn. Man, that sounds really annoying. I'm trying to make this look like it was embroidered, but I'm probably gonna fail at it. Because I fail at everything I do. But of course, it doesn't need to be perfect. Because it's just a sketch. And I don't care. Oh, I spat there, sorry. Say it, don't spray it, Henry. I don't like this. This looks like shit. This looks like absolute shit. I'm just gonna do this. Henry's best nougat. Here comes the nougat. I'm about to eggnog. Kind of want eggnog right now. I don't think they sell it in late July. There's some other Christmas things that I like that I can get at Aldi. Like, I like to get the panettones. First, I didn't like it because it's like it's basically a fruitcake. But it's not that bad. And it was sort of an acquired taste for me. He looks like he has no legs. You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I want panettones year round. Another thing I want year round is Glühwein. Which I actually do have a few bottles of Glühwein from Christmas that I didn't drink. So maybe I could indulge a bit. But then again, at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't be the same drinking it in the summer. It's like you really have to get into the winter mood to drink it, to enjoy it to its full extent. What I'm doing here. I think it's also kind of funny that my one coworker, the one who I watched him get into a shouting match with Officer Cross, he was threatening to report him to the CEO of our company because he's actually her nephew. He's the nephew of the CEO. So I don't know if he snitched on Officer Cross to him, and he's talking about how we're not going to see you next season because you're going to get fired because I'm going to report you. But he's still here, and he's still Officer Crossan. He's still doing his thing, being Officer Cross. I mean, maybe he did get a talking to from his boss or something, but it was still sort of a problem where he wasn't in our building. Most of the time he was out in the alley chatting up with another off-duty, talking with his cop buddies. I'll go from beer gut to obese as fuck. Indeed. It's easy to go down that rabbit hole. I don't know if I've gained any weight because it's not something that I really keep track of. But, oops. Probably have gotten a bit of a stomach since the pandemic. Oops. I'm not adhering to the shadow rules. The shadow knows. Yeah. Starting to look pretty good here. Looks pretty good. Gotta fix this jersey a bit. And I know I said I wasn't gonna shade, but I fucking did it anyway. Because I'm cool like that. Skin. Almost done. It's gonna be a masterpiece. It's gonna be a sketchy masterpiece. Sketchy piece of crap. God, it looks exactly like him too. I like lost muscle but replaced it with fat, so weight the same. But actually, you muscle weighs more than fat does. So I remember when I first started working out and stuff when I was in college, and I noticed that I was like, even though I was working out, I was putting on weight, but it was because I was building muscle mass, not fat. Oops. Now we gotta. Now that we're almost done, we have to put in a caption. And save it, of course. Actually, I'm gonna put this all in one grouping, put it all in one folder, so I can just do something really quick. Actually, screen keeps going blank on me. It's annoying. But like I can't have the chat on my computer screen because the Psy takes up the whole thing. Takes up the whole ding dang thing. Trying to decide where I should put the caption. I'm just gonna put it off to the side. Decisions. I think I gained a pound or two, but everything else is less firm, and I have a gut. Oh man, this is great. Oshacross is the best AU woodchip person. I know. I love it. This is the best thing to ever come out of work. Caption. You need to go back to your seat and put your mask on. We're on TV. Oh, I love it. Now I gotta sign it. Sign this beautiful masterpiece. Shh, just pretend TVs exist in Radiata. Just for the time being. We're on TV. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. The return of Officer Cross. Alright. Now that all that's left is to post it. The stream was, oh, it got done pretty quickly. Hour and 12 minutes. Oh. There's nothing I'm missing, right? I still love the antenna, the radio antenna sticking into his gut. Oh god. But yeah, that's about it. He doesn't need feet. I already told you. That's where his feet ends. He ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. Cause I'm not gonna I'm not gonna draw the whole body. Cause I didn't for the last one. Cuts off at the legs. He ain't got no legs. That's why I put the, like... It's all grainy and stuff. Yeah, he's got goose feet. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if I were to draw the legs, it would just look stupid. Like the rest of the legs anyway. Put blood there. On his stumps, not really. Yeah, no, he's perfect the way he is. In all his glory. Is wearing the mask wrong glory. He is Officer Cross, so he can do what he wants. Yeah, I think that's all for, yep, and we're on TV, so that's all for tonight. It's a shut up, dehumidifier. It's a short stream, but it's short and sweet. But I'll have a longer stream tomorrow when I stream Radiata, so look forward to that. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. I'm gonna post this. So, good night.